Strange matter is killing the universe and will have it completely destroyed within 1400 years. What is strange matter? Strange matter is an, shall we say, an element that has voracious vampire type qualities. It eats normal matter and converts it into strange matter, or what is also called annihilation matter. And for a number of years, the scientists knew something is going on in the universe that they couldn't explain and couldn't, because it, and they finally realized that what they're looking at is strange matter. Some, like countries, Russia, that were calling it annihilation matter, but in the States and in part of Europe it's been called strange matter. And you can look it up and read about it if you want. But strange matter contains enormous amounts of gravitons at its core. See, normal matter has protons and neutrons and all these other little trons inside
Electrons, yes.
in the core. I'm not talking about what's on the outside on the float and rings. And, you know, with strange matter, it has this very condensed ring of electrons, protons, neutrons, and such others. And it forms like a donut that, with heavy condensation of all these things around and circling this way, but also churning inward. And it forms a bit of a cone, and the core of that is all these graviton, a clump of gravitons. And when it comes into normal matter doesn't stand a chance of surviving. And it keeps tearing normal matter apart and reconditioning it into these rings with another graviton, a core forming. It is such that when it becomes large enough, it splits and becomes two elements of strange matter. And, you know, they've been talking about this and saying, well, the strange matter probably has an atomic weight of over 80,000. So if you could corner a piece of it the size of a cubic centimeter, you're basically looking at 80,000 tons. Nothing can survive it. In the splitting, it gives off strange energy, or what is also called annihilation energy. Not annihilation, but annihilation energy. And that's a disruptor. It will, when there's too much hitting the sun or the star, it will explode it. It is energy that blocks atoms of normal energy from binding together, and it pushes the universe into an expansion mode that's constantly increasing towards the speed of light. It just keeps pushing and pushing. Molecules of normal matter cannot stay bound when matter moves at 98.6% of the speed of light. Gravity can't catch up and hold it. Gravity basically fails at 99% of light speed. It just continues to expand and expand so that it annihilates itself. You may want to also note that the annihilation energy may be the producer of another substance called entropy time. Things wear out, break down, lose binding when exposed to annihilation energy. And they can't be refreshed or brought back together. Annihilation energy may travel many times faster than light. And wherever annihilation energy goes, annihilation matter is sure to follow. It is establishing the death of the universe so that it has less than the 1400 years. And nothing but strange matter will exist at that point in time. About 66.5 million years ago, the expansion of the universe started to speed up. And they can see it. Mathematically it shows that it started to speed up. It had been expanding about 20% of the speed of light before that. And now it is going at 83.5% of the speed of light. What started the formation of strange matter? When two neutron stars come together so that one turns left to right and the other turns right to left, they first start giving off a lot of radiation, huge amounts of gamma radiation, and then they start giving off strange energy. And as they get closer, they pull matter from each other. And the opponent stars form a null zone. They get locked together. They can't separate. They can't move. But they're releasing and they're creating so much energy that they're pulling from the 0 point energy field. They're producing so much that they create this null zone, a zone in which time itself is twisted. As matter builds up, it collects huge amounts of gravitons in this null zone. It's just huge amounts as the matter keeps going in there. And these start to push the condensed matter into a donut shapes. And once they get into this donut shape, the molecules have just a horrendous power cone developed around them, but they can't stand close to each other. They repel each other because of the strange energy or the annihilation energy. They repel each other. They're stronger than gravity. But the cones are very powerful, and they start as they form all these just layer after layer of electrons, protons, neutrons are all condensed and just around them. We see that the stars themselves start moving at just incredible rotation speeds. With these things, they fling the strange matter molecules out of the null zone and into the galaxy. The molecules are so powerful that they can create small warp holes or warp traveling holes or through space warps that allow them to cross from galaxy to galaxy almost instantaneously. Wormholes, yeah. They have another name in science that's can't think of it right at the moment. And this molecule consumes everything that it comes in contact with and reproduces itself when it has consumed enough of the regular matter. When they split, they temporarily become an anti-gravitational or repulsive force. A molecule seems to be able to reach a certain size before it has to split. And this splitting also releases more strange energy. Wherever the strange energy goes, the matter follows. Because it can change the time-space relationship. Strange matter has a core of gravitons and a ring of electrons, neutrons, and protons that encircle like a chewing donut that grinds. You gotta remember that. It grinds through everything, condenses it, it breaks up the atoms and rearranges them. This graviton core, leads to this churning and condensing ring. But the ring stays stable. It forms, see, if the ring turns like this, it creates, when it eats, it creates a secondary ring that turns opposite to it. That's why you have the more strange energy being released all the time. And depending on the spin, the strange matter will chew up regular matter or dark matter even. It becomes an unstoppable doomsday device that chases after light, life, and matter. It was designed by Satan to become a death force that will, in his mind, destroy heaven and kill or destroy God the Father. His throne, and especially the altar of God. It should be noted that strange matter produces a repulsion field that will eventually even destroy itself. Satan and his demons are barred from entering heaven right now. They hope to destroy the ancient gates with his strange matter, and get total control of the heaven of God's dimension. They have lost every fight to date that they've done so. But they still have this great wrath. And they're pushing these neutron stars together all over the place to create more and more strange matter. So everything is sped up in the destruction. They seek to destroy the saints before Yeshua returns with strange matter. But the galaxy destiny, which is what we call the Milky Way, but in ancient times it was called destiny, is not allowed to be destroyed until the time of the second death. A little over 1,300 years from now, and closer to the 1,400, it'll take place. Now, what I need you to do is look at Revelation 20, verses 14 and 15. And death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death, the lake of fire. Well, initially, our galaxy looked, before it started to really expand, like a lake. Okay, it didn't have the wings on it. It looked like a lake. And when it's being eaten up, it says everything will be like a big bang of explosion and light. And that is the lake of fire on the universal scale. And says, if anyone's name was not found written in the book of life, he was thrown into the lake of fire. He couldn't cross into the next gulf, into the next dimension. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heavens and the first earth passed away, and there is no longer any sea. Everything is gone. The whole universe is gone, changed into strange matter. But the strange matter is directed to attack life and light. In the third heaven, what is there? Life and light and matter, spiritual matter. So it's being directed at his throne. And I saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, made ready for a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is among men. Why did he have to move it out of heaven?
Because heaven's destroyed.
Because heaven's destroyed with all this strange matter that will eventually destroy itself. And he shall dwell among them, and they shall be his peoples, and God himself shall be among them. And he shall wipe away every tear from their eyes. There shall no longer be any death. No death. Why?
It's been burnt out.
Because this dimension is gone.
The death died with it.
Death, as it said,
Yeah.
death and hell were thrown into the lake of fire.
It cannot follow into the new dimension.
It can't come in there. And And there shall no longer be any mourning or crying or pain. The first things have passed away. This whole universe has passed away. Everything associated when Satan brought sin into the universe has passed away. The wages of sin is not life, it is death. And he who sat on the throne said, Behold, I am making all things new. Why would he have to say that?
Because there's nothing left.
Because strange matter has destroyed the universe. And he says it happens like a big blast of bang and explosion.
Is that where they get the Big Bang Theory from?
Well, in a way, yes.
You didn't know about all that then, though.
No. But this is a revelation of knowledge. And scientists are now backing it up. It's the scientists can see it, and they are saying, we don't understand. We can see something's happening around the universe, heading our way, but we don't understand what it is and why.
Is this why the saints are so important? Because it says here, the dwelling place, the temple of God is with men, the tabernacle of God is with men. He needs us for the establishment of the new heavens and new earth.
Yes, because matter was given into control under our hands, our voice,
Right, and so he needs us to just
to speak
establish
out his word and establish the new universes.
The first Big Bang was supposedly the birth of the universe, or this is the death
Yeah,
of the universe.
just like, you know, when you have a nuclear explosion, it doesn't produce life. Have you noticed?
It feeds death.
It feeds death.